Okay, guys, welcome to tonight's call. We are going to be talking about growing your network, meaning your following, your warm and cold market, if you want to call it. We are going to be talking about connecting with people, like making genuine connections, how to do that, because it is so important in this business to be growing and connecting every day. Otherwise, you're going to run out of people to work with. You're going to run out of people to talk to eventually, especially if you're taking the advice and going through the following that you have now in your business, which is a smaller scale business than somebody like myself who's been in it for 4.5 years. Just the way it is. So I wish when I first started that I had just like gone through the following that I had, started there, and as I was doing that, kept building onto it. So we're going to be talking about that. I'm going to take you through a couple brief activities to like show you what to do and how to do it. But first, I wanted to talk about really quickly just this week with our launch of pumpkin spice. I haven't gotten any word yet that it's sold out, so they must have like really made a big batch of it. So if you still have friends or family members that you want to like have try it, go ahead, keep going with it. We are going to be launching vegan peppermint mocha in November, I believe, for Christmas season, the holidays. And so what I'm going to do is put together in the next few weeks a document that you can follow. It's going to be like a launch plan on like how to launch a new product. You can use it for obviously the peppermint mocha, but then you can use it for everything else, like launching in a new way. So it's going to have like a step-by-step process, and it's really, there's nothing fancy to it. It's just what I did over the last like 2 weeks to launch pumpkin spice. So we'll have that for you. There is a new program coming out. You guys probably saw some teasers of it from Summit called The Work, 6 weeks of the work. The Work. And it comes out September 30th. So it's with an athletic trainer for the NBA. And it just, it looks very similar. If you go in your back office and just scroll down, I'll actually show you real quick. I'll take you through to see it. That way you know what we're looking at here. So if you go into your back office and you scroll down, there's all this good stuff down here. Coach breaking news. And right here, 6 weeks of the work coming September. So yes, it will be coming out before a lot of people are done MM100, but I don't think that really matters. I think that once you look into it and everything, it's going to pertain to a specific group of people. If you haven't seen it has explicit language in it. And I'm not talking about, you know, when Jericho just drops like, oh shit. I'm talking about like, sounds like he's going for it, which I don't care. Whatever. But other than that, it looks like just a xylem insanity frontier kind of workout. And so that'll be like the promotion challenge that come out October 1st. So what I mean by that is when you're selling a challenge pack as of October 1st, it's going to be like right now, Morning Melt on 100 and All Access Beachbody on Demand and Shakeology for performance. In October will be the Works and All Access Beachbody on demand, or if you have Beachbody on demand, then just the work itself. So my thinking behind it is anybody that you would go to sell a challenge pack to, you would just give them the challenge pack with the works in it, because it doesn't come out till April. And then if that's something that you're interested in doing and that's your people or whatever, then they can do it. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with it yet, but I think my group is not going to be based off of the work. It's going to be based off of more like self-care. And it's going to be based off like getting people plugged into the program they need, really diving deep with people and setting habits and disciplines now before the holidays kick in. So that's just like my mindset with things. So what else did I want to say? So what I wanted to say also was that I'm hearing from a lot of people like all the time, like, I can't do this, or it's not working, or I'm doing things and I'm not seeing success, or XYZ. And they just don't have the belief in themselves to do it. So a couple things that I really think are important for believe is, of course, I think this goes without saying, being a product of our product. I don't think any of us on our team we're not the type of team that recruits people just to make money. We are the type of team that legit has, a personal investment in the programs and everything. But that being said, personal development, guys. What book, podcast, what book are you reading? Podcast and audiobook, or podcast and audiobook are you listening to every day without fail? I cannot tell you that I cannot implore you enough that if you are not doing personal development, that will stop your business. It will just make nothing happen. It won't help you. It won't help your business at all. That is why it's one of our vital behaviors, because it's vital. Like, when you go into the emergency room and the first thing they do is check your vital signs, because vital means you're living and thriving. If you don't do your vital behaviors in the business, then it's going to be dead. And personal development is like, first and foremost, it's almost like what I want you to do. You guys are so good at, without fail, doing your workouts and drinking your Shakeology or your Energize, or, prioritizing that most of your meals each day are great. Like, you guys are amazing at that on this team. But I almost want to ask you to make personal development the first thing you do before anything in the morning. And it only has to be 10 minutes. There are tons of podcasts. Brendan Bouchard has a great one. And they're short, like Chalene Johnson and Brock Johnson. There's just a ton of great ones. So here's what I've been listening to and I just listen to these. I listen to them when I'm in the shower, when I'm cooking, when I'm emptying the dishwasher, when I'm doing laundry, in the car, all the time. So the Build Your Tribe with Chalene Johnson, Empower Her by Keisha Fitzgerald. She's actually a coach in the network, and she's amazing. Melanie Mitro's Women Inspiring Women, phenomenal, just phenomenal. And then what's another one that I have here? Oh, The Brendan Show. So that's Brendan Burchard, who I was talking about. I just think those are amazing. If you want to, read or listen to a book, then, go on Audible or something and look up personal development books about growth and all of that. But some amazing ones are The Secret, Slight Edge, The Compound Effect, The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster, Mastering Your Mean Girl. I'm just looking at the ones in my thing right now. You Are a Badass. You Are a Badass at Making Money, which was really eye-opening to me. So those are just some great ones. But you have to be doing your personal development. So tomorrow, as like a challenge, when I go to post this, or when I go to post this video recording in the team page, the next time you see it, I want you to post what personal development you're doing. And I don't want anyone to say, whoever's watching the recording, you know, and on here now, I don't want anybody to say, yeah, I've got to find some personal development still. No, I want you to not comment until you have personal development that you're doing and you're saying what it is. Okay, quickly, the next thing about belief and like just being able to, you know, do this is you have to be listening to the National Wake Up Call every week. I first got on that call when I was a brand new baby coach, and I was like, well, I didn't get on the call for like months because I was like, oh crap, it's a phone call. Like it was an actual, like you had to dial in at that point. And I was like, they're going to like hear me and like I'm going to have to speak. I had no idea what it was, but it's nothing like that. But now it's just on the Facebook page, or it's the podcast, Team Beachbody podcast, and you just play them. And first of all, I love to listen to it every week at the start of the week, like a non-negotiable work meeting, because I mean, Sandy lays out everything you need to know for that week or the month coming. And the speaker is always amazing, whether it's a newer coach who's been in this for like a year, or whether it's a coach like Julie Voorhees, who's been a coach for 10 years. Their stories are incredible. And if their stories don't give you belief, then I don't know what else will. So National Wake Up Call every week. And then consider your surroundings. Consider who you're surrounding yourself with. Consider who is on your social media. Consider who you are speaking to all day long. Consider who you are just, you know, interacting with. Like, I'm not going to lie, there are some, I don't know what the noise is. There are some like really, there are some just people in my family who just every time I talk to them just brings me down, and they're like life sucking. And I have just like removed myself out of the opportunities of speaking with them, unless like, you know, it's at a party or whatever. I don't go out of my way is what I'm saying. I don't follow them on social. To be quite honest, I have unfollowed like people within my immediate family because the things that they post, I'm just like, I can't. So like consider your surroundings, whether it's at work or at home or in the neighborhood or the community, like wherever you are. And then the last thing that I'll say about having belief in yourself is just that, you know, look at the coaches, look at all the other coaches, like the ones not on the National Wake Up Calls that are here. Like look at myself, look at, you know, Kyla Dance on our team, or Carrie Briscoe, or, you know, just look at the other coaches that are here, and not just on our team, but other coaches that you follow. We all follow coaches that we look up to and aspire to be like. So look to those other coaches, because they've had the same struggles. They've had the same issues, and they have now, like, most of them have like worked through them, and they're just like pouring out belief. So look to like other people. Okay. Let me take a quick sip. Let's get into the meat real quick. Okay. So networking. Let's talk about this networking real quick. So I think what I'm going to do is, it's 9:17. I'm going to talk real quick. These are actually really short, guys. So I don't want you to think like I've got some like real big hidden secrets here to tell you. But networking, it means that you are like, you know, going all the little think of like the little bubble, and then when you see all the little sprouts coming or the lines coming out of it, and then all those little bubbles, and then all those lines coming out of it, that is networking, okay? And if you are only like talking to the people immediately right there, and that's all you have, your network is only going to be right here. You're not going to grow and expand. So we have to grow and expand that network bubble. And this is how I want you to do it. And I think these tips are super simple. I want you to track whenever you start your business week, whether that's on the Beachbody tracker that's Thursdays or on Mondays or Sundays, whatever. I want you to write down the number of your followers or your friends. And then every week, like take assess it the next week and track and see, did your following go up? Did it go down? Did it not really do anything? I want you to do that. That's something that takes literally 2 seconds. You don't need to look at it every day. You don't need to be going in there and be like, has my following gone up? Just once a week. Just like we say about the scale. Don't get on it every day, just once a week, same time every week. Okay. How to grow it. So what are like, we've talked about knowing who you are and the type of things that you like and what makes you you outside of your Beachbody health and fitness bucket. But so like, what brands do you like? What, where do you shop? Where do you get, your products from that you use? What pages, what accounts do you follow? Who do you follow? So friends and family, like who do those people follow? Or who follows them? So what you're going to do is you have to figure this out. And if you don't figure this out, it's going to be so much harder to grow your network. So every day when you sit down and you're like, okay, I've got 10 minutes, I'm going to grow my network. It's going to be really hard for you to maximize your efforts in that 10 minutes if you're not intentional and specifically know what you're doing. So have a little until you can just remember it, and until your Instagram starts to like pull people in the explore that they know like is your brand and your style, you have to like write them down or keep them on a list or something. So brands that you like, pages that you follow. And then, like I said, so you'll go to a brand that you like. So for instance, I don't know, this one is hard for me because I'm not like a really big, I feel like I'm not, but I do like, the brand, this is like going to sound weird because most people are like a brand of like headbands or a brand of shoes or whatever. I like the Califia Farms brand of like milk, almond milk and creamer and stuff. So you can go to like their page and then their followers, and they're going to have a bunch of followers. So go to their followers, find somebody with a normal name, a normal picture, and go to their page. And if it's public, go to their followers and then look through those followers, and then you're going to add people. Okay. Same thing with like any profiles you already follow now. Like who have I followed for a while? Like Fabletics. I followed them before I was even like a coach because I like Kate Hudson. Or for instance, like I follow Kelly Ripa because I like her and Mark Consuelos. I follow, who's the other one I follow like Courtney Cox, and like she's not totally my style, but I follow her for like friend stuff. But I'll go to their followers, and then I'll find a normal human being and I will go to their followers and then add. Then if you've like exhausted or you're not sure, then you're just going to go to one of your friends' profiles and you're going to go to their followers. So like what I've been doing lately is I've been going to the girls that I used to work with at the children's hospital. A lot of them are having like kids now. So I'll go to one of their pages who now has a kid and I'll go to her followers. Okay. So like an example, my a girl I used to work with, Katie, and then I go to her followers and I start adding from her followers people that look like my people. And so once you narrow down where to go to add, all you're going to do is add 100 followers a day. And you're going to do it in 2 groups, 50 each, because I don't want Instagram to, like, I don't know, get weird on you. So that's it. I know it sounds like, whoa, 100, but it's so quick. I promise you. Like, it's really no time at all. So that being said, let's all go into our Instagram right now, and you can choose. You can go to a friend, you can go to a person you already follow, you can go to a brand, and let's just spend 3 minutes. So you have 3 minutes, and all I want you to do is briefly, when you go to follow somebody, briefly go to their page real quick and just make sure they're not, like, already in network marketing. That's it. So just count as you go, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then at the end of 3 minutes, just put in how many you got, so you can kind of gauge how long this took you. All right, so it just turned 9:24, so we'll go to 9:27 and go. So if you're going to a person and, it looks like from their profile picture and their name that, for instance, this, I'm seeing one and it looks like a mom and her 2 kids and her name is Erin. So I go to her profile and it's private. I'll still hit follow. That's fine. They can accept or they don't. My profile is public. Yours should be. So she can decide, I hope she wants to connect or at least follow back. Yeah, so don't hold yourself back with just public profiles. And then, like, this is an example. So I see a cute picture of a mom, well, a woman and like a cute little baby and a normal name, Meredith. So I go to it and her whole page is like beauty counter. So I'm not going to, like, bother because she's probably like too involved with that to want to do anything. Now, I know there are some people who will say like, well, even though, they sell something else doesn't mean that they can't use our products, which is totally true. But I just, so I don't know. I guess you could do what you want with that. I just find it's just easier to find people who don't look like they're already in a network marketing company. Okay. So I got about like 25 out of 50, and that took me 3 minutes. And I talked. So, you can see that was like 3 minutes, and it kind of felt like a long time. So, okay, so I want you to do that basically 4 times. So I don't know how, I don't know, maybe you probably didn't get 25. Oh, wait, maybe you probably didn't get 25. You probably got like, I don't know what you got, but just think about how long it took you. And guys, you'll get better at it. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, like I only got 5 people, and it took me 3 minutes. Okay, well, you'll get better. Just keep going, is my point. Okay, connections. So you're growing your network, you're following new people, you're hoping they follow you back. Your profile is public so that they can see who they're going to be following back, and hopefully there's like some good photos on there. It's not all like stock Beachbody photos or stock quotes, sorry, stock quote photos and stuff like that. Hopefully it's like you and your dog and your kid and your family and like, I don't know, anything that you like. So hopefully it's like things like that, and they want to follow you back. Okay, so you're growing, but now you need to connect with people, because we can grow, but we also have to be talking to people. So here's the easiest way to connect. And connecting, I want you to just take any and all emotions out of connecting by giving yourself permission to literally just connect on life, everything and anything outside of Beachbody. So this is just simply connecting with another human being. So you're going to connect by commenting with questions. I feel is the best. That way, like, it's engaging on people's stories. So I just log in, oh, look, and literally already one person has followed me back that I just followed. Okay, so I'll just go in, I'll go to my top here, my stories, I'll go past, all the coaches that I love to follow and my team and stuff like that. And then I'll go to the people who I know aren't coaches, and I'll just start looking at their stories. Now, if their stories is all like them restoring like the giveaways and brands and all that kind of stuff, then I just swipe away and I go to the next one. But, if it's like, for instance, like this girl I really like, I don't know, just whatever it is. So, whatever, I don't know. So this girl, okay, I really like this girl that I follow anyway, and she has a thing up and it says dry shampoo recommendation. So I'm going to type in that I like that Not Your Mother's dry shampoo. And that's not a question, but I've been engaging with this girl enough that I don't feel like she wouldn't say something back or know like who I am, if that makes sense. So if it's somebody you haven't really engaged with before, I would urge you to comment with a question, if it's appropriate. Okay, well, shoot, I don't know why that happened. Okay, and then the next part of connecting you're gonna do is you're gonna like 40 posts a day. So all you're gonna do, go to your feed and go down the thing. I don't know, that chowder looks damn good. So I'm going to like it. You're not going to like sponsored posts. You're not going to like the ones that come up like hashtags that you follow. Like I follow like hashtags peds nurse. And I just do that so I can find new people. I'm not going to like that post, but because, you know, it's like usually like this is hashtag peds nurse and it's from peds nurse memes. Like I'm not going to like that post. I'm not going to like Carl's post. I'm not going to like, you know, the Fabletics ad that comes up, or the CBS Big Brother page that comes up. But I'm going to like all the normal people's. And I'm just going to tap, tap, tap 40 times. And then the third way that you're going to connect with people is by messaging anybody that is new to watching your stories or a new follower. So for that, I would probably pick a time of day where you do have like more than 10 minutes to sit and go to whatever story you've done that has like the most views, scroll all the way up on the people. So not starting at the top, but you're going to scroll up to get all the way to the bottom. The bottom are the newest people that are watching your stories. So you're going to go all the way down to the bottom and you're going to start to go through and see, do you have somebody new watching your story? All you're going to do is tap that little arrow and you're going to type in a message, and it's going to come up in their messages with that graphic of that story. So they know that you, or that they know that you, like friends, they don't know that we know. So they're going to know that you saw them watching their story, or they're going to be like, I watched that story. That's like, if they don't remember. And you're just going to, all you're going to do is connect, and you're going to say, hey, thanks so much for watching my stories. I don't know, depends on your attitude, your humor, your personality, whatever. I usually say something along the lines of, thanks so much for keeping up in my stories. You know, I don't know. It just all depends. I don't really ever have a good, it's really all flying by the seat of my pants, guys. I just figure out like at the moment what to say to somebody. So let's see. Okay, let me just look and see and go to somebody. So that way we have an idea here. Okay, so this person was at the bottom of one of my stories. Looks like she is, I don't even follow her. She's a dietitian, a writer, a mama, a surfer, a yogi, and a runner. And her name is Megan. And I'm just going to hit the arrow and I'm be like, hey, Megan, thanks so much for watching my stories. Hope it can be like a little bit of entertainment for your day with my crazy life. But see, that's how like I would talk. I would talk and to somebody and I'd be like, I'm a hot mess express, like, and you're watching. Thanks. That's just my like personality and like the way I am. You have to figure out what you would say to somebody. I don't want you to take this and be like saying the same thing if that's not what you would like say to somebody. And then I could just ask a question. I'll be like, are you a mama too? And that's it. And there was no beach body pressure, nothing, straight connection, and that's it. So those you're going to do as well. And the connections part is probably going to take you a little longer because you're typing in questions, you're messaging new people. And also you don't have to track any of these people that you're connecting with or networking with. You don't have to write names. You don't have to track them. What I do to track is I only track people that I've sent a clear invitation to, and then I bookmark in the DM if they answer me back. That's it. And then I can look at all my flagged things. So that's that's really like the simplest way to like grow your network and connect with people. And that's all you're doing. Now, I'm not going to lie, like there are coaches who literally spend, and I'm not talking about, a coach who doesn't have children, who works from home, or I'm not talking about like, the Melanie Mitros who do this 9 hours a day and she makes $1 million like a year or whatever she makes. I don't even know if that's true. But I'm talking about there are coaches in our shoes who work full-time jobs, have newborns, are pregnant, that are just busy. And they don't sit there for like 4 hours straight in a day and just be able to do this. There are coaches like us that are spending this time in the pockets of their morning, and they're getting up early to do it, and they're staying up late. Just plain and simple. So if your goals matter to you enough, if you have something driving you so hard to reach, then do the work. Because if you're not, I guarantee you, whether you're doing the work or not, there is another coach out there doing the work. And they're going to be growing and connecting and networking and finding your people before you do. So we got to do the work, guys. So keep going with this. Like that, I just feel is like a really simple way to grow and connect. I don't feel like it's complicated or hard. And like I said, you don't have to track anything. You don't have to be tallying like as you go. It's really easy. How many hearts? Like 40. You're doing 50 follows at a time. You're asking like 20 people in stories questions. And it's okay if like you ask the same people, like say in your stories, like today, that girl that I just said, she asked about dry shampoo. Like 2 days ago, I commented on something else of one of her stories. That's okay. It's still all connecting. And I've asked her to coach twice, and she has ignored them, but she has talked to me about other things. And those are the type of people that are going to come around on like the 8th, 9th, 10th ask. And so, I mean, I like her. She would like be my people. She's a peds nurse. Her son is like high risk, and she's just a cool mom. Like I'd hang out with her. So she is somebody I'm just going to keep connecting with. Like, and that's all it is. This whole business is based on connecting with people. So, all right, this is going to end and we're going to go, but stay tuned to the team page tomorrow. There's going to be a big announcement and it's going to be awesome. And I want you to all show it some love because it's going to be great. So I will talk to you ladies soon. Thanks for giving me your time tonight.